Asha. Welcome to or welcome back to Reading with Asha. For today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're doing a video I feel like I haven't seen very many people do, and that is all the books I'm asking for Christmas. So I know a lot of people do Christmas wishlist videos, which I love to watch, and they give me so many good ideas, but I do have to say that the majority of things that I ask for on my wish list is books, and I feel like I should go into depth on what books I'm gonna ask for Christmas and kind of why. I'm not gonna do a synopsis of each book, but kind of just like maybe the genre, a general consensus of why I want it, that type of thing. And Milo's here with me, of course, because he likes to be right next to me at all times. And of course, I do not expect to receive every single one of these books or expect anything at all, but I would be very grateful for any of them, and it makes me very, very excited because I just love books. I love having books. I love having something to read. I'm a total mood reader. Sometimes I make TBRs and stuff, but at the end of the day, I feel like I just am such a mood reader. Whatever I'm in the mood for, I'm gonna pick it off my shelf and read it. And I'm really, really excited to get back into some authors who I really, really loved. Also, today is Black Friday, so a lot of places are having sales and having sales this whole weekend because it's gonna be Cyber Monday too. So I just thought it'd be a good time to put this video out in case you want to get some books for Christmas or ask for them. A lot of places have them for buy two, get one free. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you about all the books I want. I have a couple of series as well that I want, and I'm really, really excited. So also, I wanted to say that a majority of the books that I'm asking for, my boyfriend and I, we did a 12 days to Christmas thing last year, and this year, instead of doing a bunch of different stuff, we're doing 12 days of Bookmas for me, and for him, I'm just gonna get him random stuff because he doesn't even know what he wants, but I want books. So I was like, hey, that's a good idea, like a book every day for 12 days. And then my big present from him is a new bookshelf. I got a bookshelf, my very first bookshelf, last year for Christmas from him. So I'm really excited to have a new one and be able to fill up all my new books on that bookshelf. I actually think I'm gonna put it in this corner, but I'll like show you guys when I do that and everything. So it'll be a cute little kind of mini library at this point because I'll have two shelves. But let's get into the books that I'm asking for Christmas this year. I'm not gonna go in any particular order, by the way, but for the first books that I'm asking for is a series, and it's actually the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I love her books. Also, I don't know, I say this in every single video when I mention her name, I don't know if it's Maas or Moss, but I always say Maas. I read both of her other series, A Court of Thorns and Roses and Crescent City, and I've heard so many good things about Throne of Glass. I know it's YA, but I still just know I'll love it so much because I always end up loving all of her books. So I asked for that series, and I really, really hope I get it because I really want to read it over break, and I'm just so excited because just reminded me of last year when I got the Harry Potter series for Christmas. That was the first kind of fantasy series I ever read, and I read all of those books in like 2 weeks because I just loved them so much, and I was on winter break, like I didn't have that much stuff to do, so I'm really, really excited for that. Another book that I really, really want is Heart of the Sun Warrior. So I read the book Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan this month. I really, really love that book. It's like a Chinese mythology story, and I've never read anything like that before, and I really, really enjoyed it, which I'll talk about it more at the end of the month for my monthly reading wrap up, but I really, really liked it. And the second one literally just came out about 2 weeks ago, so I'm asking for that. It is hardcover, but the first one that I have is hardcover too, so they look really cute together, and the covers of these books are so cute. And then I want the two other books in the A Touch of Darkness series. I don't know what the actual series is called, but the first one's called A Touch of Darkness, the second one is called A Touch of Ruin, and the third one is called A Touch of Malice. They're all modern retellings of Persephone and Hades, and I absolutely love them so far. I love Greek mythology, but I feel like even if you don't, you'll definitely still like this series. I'll talk more about it, like I said, in my monthly reading wrap up on why I actually think that, but yeah, I really, really want the other two books in this series because I love the first book, so I'm really excited to read those. Next up, I asked for a book that I really didn't expect to care that much about. It's Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I really haven't read anything by Stephen King before because a lot of his books, as many know, are very scary, and I do not like scary books, horror books, anything like that. I really don't like them. My brother's wife, Shay, recommended Fairy Tale to me and said it's like a really, really good kind of fantasy story, and it's not scary at all, so I really wanted to read that. And also the cover is just so cool in my opinion, and I would love to have this book on my shelf, so I'm very excited to read that as my first Stephen King book and see if I like his book and if he has any other books that are not very scary. If you guys know of any, comment them down below. Next up, I asked for the Entangled with Faye series, and there's 4 books out right now, and I think the 5th one comes out next June. But I really wanted to read these books after I saw Sarah Caroli's video when she got the first one in like a blind date with a book box, and then she's just been raving about them ever since. They sound so good. They're kind of like fairy tale retellings, so I think one of them is like a Cinderella retelling that's with Faye and different fantasy characters and stuff, so I really wanted to read that. And I think she also said it reminded her of, not the Selection, but just a lot, maybe she said the Selection, a lot of princessy vibes, and I love books like that. Seriously, I love them so much. When I heard that, I was like, I need these books, so I asked for the first 4. The first one's called Curse of the Wolf King, the second one's called Heart of the Raven Prince, the third one is Kiss of the Selkie, the 4th one is A Taste of Poison, and then the one that's coming out on June 30th, 2023 is called A Dream So Wicked. I'm really excited about this. I feel like I'm going to love this series. Next book I asked for is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 3rd book in the Inheritance Game series. I read the first 2, I think 2 or 3 months ago, and I expected to get the 3rd one pretty quick after that, but I just wasn't super interested. But now I do want to read it and have it on my shelf just to be able to read when I am kind of craving that kind of story. So I asked for that one, and I'm super excited about it. I've heard very mixed reviews on it though. Some people didn't like the way it ended, some people loved it, and I'm just really excited to see the love story and how that goes, because it's kind of like a love triangle in the first 2, but it's not like an exhausting love triangle. But I'm really excited for that. Next up, I asked for My Year of Rest and Relaxation, and I've heard so many good things about this book, and it just kind of seems like a book that I would really like because it's literary fiction, and it just sounded like a super interesting story. I heard other booktubers talking about it, so I'm very excited for that one. I also think the cover is pretty cool as well. The next book that I asked for is Ignite Me, which is the 2nd book in the Shatter Me series. Wait, no it's not. Oops, I accidentally asked for the 3rd book in the Shatter Me series, so I'll have to get the 2nd one if I want to read it. I have the 1st book. The reason I didn't ask for this in a box set is because I already have the 1st one, and I feel like now it's just too late for me to get them all separate or all together. I'm just gonna get them separately if I really like them, but I'm not super crazy like rushing to read these books right now. I'm just wanting them because I know there'll be a time when I really want to read them. But yeah, so I asked for the 3rd one instead of the 2nd one, but that's okay. I'll just get the 2nd one after I read the 1st one, I guess. The next book that I asked for is a classic. It's Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I'm really excited to read this book because I've heard so many good things about it. Of course, I'm also an English literature major, so I feel like it's kind of, you have to read this book, you know what I mean? But also I really want to read this book, and I know so many people who absolutely love it, and a lot of people who enjoy Jane Austen books also really liked it, so I'm very excited to read this book. And then the last books I asked for is the Six of Crows duology, so I just asked for those 2. I know that there's a 3-book series that comes before it, like a prequel called Shadow and Bone, but I've heard so many people say that, some people say you have to read it, and some people say it's really not necessary to read it. It might help you put things together more, but I feel like I don't really care to read it. If I love this series and I'm craving more, I might go back and read it, but I've heard very mixed reviews on it, so I really just wanted to read Shadow and Bone because I've heard so many good things about it. And I think another thing Sarah Caroli convinced me of is that she really liked these books, so I really want to read those. And yeah, that's basically it for this video, but those are all the books that I'm asking for Christmas as of right now. Those are just the kind of books that I really wanted to read this next year, you know? I hope you guys liked this video. Comment a book that you are asking for Christmas, or if you've read any of these and really like them, or if you are also asking for one of these for Christmas. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you soon. Bye!